Now, you've probably seen countless videos on YouTube and TikTok of people claiming that they make thousands of dollars every single month through brand deals without actually being influencers. As wild as this might sound, it's a 100% legit and proven business model that you can start today from the comfort of your own home with no followers and, most importantly, no money upfront. And this business model is called UGC. Now, what exactly is UGC? UGC officially stands for user-generated content, which is essentially videos, pictures, or written reviews created for brands by normal people. Typically, what happens is that brands will send you one of their products for 100% free, and then on top of that, they'll even pay you some money to literally just create some content on that product. This gives you the opportunity to work with some of your favorite brands without needing to be an influencer or have thousands of followers on your social medias. And the best part is you don't even necessarily need to show your face. All you're going to need to get started is a good portfolio and decent camera skills. Now, because I'm so amazing, I've already covered the first step for you. So I've created you a 100% free UGC portfolio that actually converts. And on top of that, I've created a free UGC guide and checklist that will assist you with everything I've mentioned in today's video. So you can go ahead and grab that for 100% free. It's going to be the first link down in my description. Trust me when I say this side hustle is going to be an absolute breeze for you. You're probably wondering, why would brands prefer to promote through regular people instead of influencers? And that's because more and more brands are catching on to the power of using real people for reviews over influencers because it comes across as more authentic. It just feels a lot more relatable to the average customer than seeing an already established celebrity trying to showcase these products. It's a no-brainer that people find it easier to connect with people that they see similar to themselves. So of course, if a potential customer sees someone like themselves using a product or recommending it, they're more likely to make that purchase because the review feels more genuine. So of course, the conversion rates are going to be significantly higher. One of the key lessons I learned in my 7 years of sales and marketing is that people don't like to be sold to, they like to be related to. So with this knowledge, the next time you're on TikTok, take a good look at the sponsored posts. You're going to notice way more subtle sponsorship posts of regular people recommending products in story times, for example, rather than the old-fashioned way of influencers literally telling you to go and buy a random product from their PR box that they've been sent. So now we've covered everything. How do you get started with UGC? Firstly, you'll need to create a portfolio. Now, as I said earlier, this is mostly done for you already. You just need to go in and add some details about yourself and some videos or pictures of your work. Now, this is a lot easier than it sounds, trust me. You can really have fun and get creative with it. I've given you some solid tips and tricks in the free UGC guide down in the description, so you know exactly what to do. But in short, what you want to do is just go around the house and pick up 5 to 10 products that you absolutely love or can't live without. Then you're going to take a bunch of aesthetic pictures and videos of these products and just add them into your portfolio. It's pretty simple, you don't have to overthink this step, but if you're an absolute perfectionist, you can always go back in with CapCut or some other video editing tools to lightly edit the videos. And now your portfolio is done, so you're officially ready to land your first gig. Now, this is the advice that most people don't tell you, because once you finish your portfolio, most people will say, just go and sign up for these random UGC sites and hope that you can get a gig. And while that could work, it's definitely not the best option as a complete beginner if you want to make some money fast. To be honest with you, just like any other side hustle, you're gonna need to be proactive. So you need to be reaching out to brands directly because you haven't built up your authority in the UGC space yet. No one knows who you are, you haven't built up that credibility, and you definitely don't have any reviews to your name yet. So these are the 3 ways that you're going to maximize your chances of getting your first gig ASAP. Firstly, it's a no-brainer. You will sign up for a whole bunch of UGC platforms. I'm going to add a list of some of the most reliable ones on the screen right now, so feel free to screenshot. They'll also be in the UGC guide. You'll also want to sign up for Fiverr and Upwork. So these are freelancing sites, but the good thing about this is that there is a huge demand for UGC creators on these platforms. And you'll also be able to scout through buyer requests so you can actively apply for gigs. And thirdly, you'll want to reach out to all of the brands that you'd really like to work with using the email template in the UGC guide that I gave you. The main thing that you really want to focus on at the start of your career in UGC is to start building your reviews and your authority. And of course, alongside that will come experience. So after each gig, you'll just keep getting better and better at creating content. In order to start building your credibility, I do recommend that you take on some gigs where you might not necessarily get paid. A lot of the time when you're just a beginner and you don't have a lot of companies that you've worked with under your belt, you will just be offered a free product to review, and that's going to be how you get compensated for the content. Say yes to as many as you can, because for 1, you'll be getting freebies, and for 2, you'll be getting that experience, and you can also add to your portfolio all of the brands that you've worked with. Once you've worked with at least 5 to 10 companies is when you can start asking for payment. I personally recommend that you open a Stripe or a PayPal account because you can send professional looking invoices on there. It definitely looks a little bit dodgy and could be a deal breaker if you try and ask companies to just wire transfer you directly. And in fact, speaking of payments, let's go go over some important details before you go off and start closing your deals. Firstly, it's a no-brainer, but you want to make sure that you have a contract in place. So I suggest that you look over it carefully. If you're lazy like me, what I normally do with my contracts is I'll just put it through ChatGPT and ask it to summarize, just to make sure that I don't end up with any sneaky little requests that might be overlooked in the fine print. If you do feel more comfortable providing your own contract, which I definitely recommend after you get some experience, you should consider adding things like late fees. So for example, every week that the payment is delayed by the company, they have to pay you an extra 10% of whatever the total was. Another way to protect yourself is to watermark your content like this and make it clear to the brand, or even just put it in the contract, that you will not remove the watermark until the payment is released. This gives companies the flexibility of actually rejecting or approving the content that you submit, but it also protects you because they can't just run off with the content because it will have a watermark on it. A final and very important tip that you'll want to consider before you get into UGC is the usage rights of your content. This basically means whether a company is allowed to use the content that you've created for promotional purposes where they're making money off it. In this case, I definitely recommend that you charge an extra fee for extended usage rights. So if these companies decide to go off and run ads to your content or use the content for a part of their campaign where they're making money, you'll also be making money off it too. Again, all of the tips that I've mentioned are going to be in the UGC guide that I've put down in my description. So I think I've officially covered everything you need to know to go off and start making money with UGC. The main point that I'd like to drive home is that as easy as the side hustle is to start, you should aim to stick with it for at least 6 months to a year and really give it a good shot before you decide to quit. I feel like I always say this, but this goes for absolutely any side hustle, because trust me when I say in the pandemic, I tried every side hustle under the sun, including UGC. And while some side hustles definitely paid off faster than others, I would definitely say that in just 6 months is where you really start to see the magic happening in your career if you really stick with it. Like I said, UGC is a great opportunity if you don't have much money to invest. So when you start seeing those profits, I definitely recommend that you reinvest into the side hustle and get yourself some better equipment. Grab yourself a better camera or a phone specifically just for UGC, a little clip-on mic, a backdrop, maybe even a library of non-copyrighted music that you can use in the background of your content. That's exactly how you're going to scale this side hustle and see those huge profits. And that's all from me. If you decide to take the side hustle seriously, please let me know down in the comments how it goes. I love hearing all of your success stories. I wish you the absolute best of luck, and I'll catch you in the next one. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 incredible business ideas that you can start right now with under $100 in your budget. These businesses are low investment options with huge returns, and they're currently making people just like you thousands of dollars every single month with less than 4-hour workdays. So I've been doing affiliate marketing ever since I lost my job in the pandemic, and I've made thousands and thousands of dollars in the past 3 years. This side hustle that I tried out has officially replaced my 9-to-5 and is currently making me 6 figures per year, allowing me to live life on my own terms, travel whenever I feel like it, and put my loved ones in a better position. So in today's video, I'm going to break down exactly how I did it, how you can dummy proof your way to success with this business model,